Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Human Instrument Mastery Podcast. I want to talk about your launch, and I'm not talking about launching anything in specific, but launching you, your launching whatever it is that you feel called to bring into the world, to bring into your life, to do, be, and have. And I want to encourage you to accept the simple idea that the best moment to do that, the best moment to launch you, your idea, your next move, the best time to do this is always now. I want you to accept an attitude of every day is day one. Every day is day one. Whether it is a business idea that you have, whether it is a book that you want to write, whether it is a certain experience that you want to create for yourself or for others, whatever it may be, today is day one of that launch, and tomorrow will be too. And what do I mean by that? When you start a new thing, a new endeavor, a new project, a new mission, there is some momentum, some frequency to that of excitement, of exhilaration, of high expectation, of joy, creativity, eagerness. And after a while, you might enter an energetic plateau and dissolve these frequencies and energy of day one. If you manage to bring this energy into every day as day one, you will be able to sustain, maintain, and even increase momentum from one day to the next. Now let's talk about the fear of even getting started. That fear may show up in a number of different ways. One way is definitely absolute raw fear. Another is thoughts that are a bit more subtle, like worry if it won't work well, doubting your ability or chances to succeed. And then sometimes even more subtle ways, like realistic thinking. Maybe this is not the right time. I've never had any evidence of something like this actually working. Another way is what we call procrastination, finding reasons not to do it now, whether it is reasons that you think or just the way you plan your time or don't fulfill your commitments to yourself by not taking those actions. When you come with this energy of today is day one, you're getting started. So again, let's recap those different ways how the fear can show up. Raw fear, worry, doubt, rational or realistic thinking, and procrastination. You want to be acutely aware of how that voice within you that comes from the subconscious program that is designed to keep you where you are is speaking to you in your mind to talk you out of launching you, whatever that may mean for you. Now let's talk about doubt in specific. We are programmed to doubt. We are programmed to doubt because we are programmed to keep safe. We are programmed to rely on the evidence coming from our past experience and current experience, from the physical reality that is already manifested. And if in that physical reality and the evidence we can gather from our past and current experiences, there is no evidence of our guaranteed success of our launch, then we would doubt that possibility of succeeding. So we usually doubt something, but doubt is what causes the most damage. It is literally working against yourself, literally working against the natural flow of well-being of life. So one of my absolute favorite quotes from Dr. Pritchett in his book, U Squared, is, if you must doubt something, doubt your limits. If you become aware of that inner voice causing you to think doubtful thoughts, just say to yourself, all right, if I must doubt something, if I must think doubtful thoughts right now, I'm going to direct that compulsion to doubting my own limits, Instead of thinking, what if this doesn't work? What if this investment doesn't return? What if I fail? What if these people will think this or that about me? What if I lose? Instead of all of those, think, what if I do make it? What if this does work out? What if I'm not as limited as I think? If you must doubt something, doubt your limits. Another favorite quote from that same book, Q Squared by Pritchett, is, lack of evidence is not evidence of lack. Lack of evidence is not evidence of lack. So it says the same thing. Even if there is lack of evidence that your launch will be a success, that lack of evidence is not the evidence of the lack of possibility to succeed. Lack of evidence is not evidence of lack. Now remember, there are greater forces, much greater than you, that are supporting you in your launch. The universe is always saying yes to whatever it is that you're saying, inwardly and in your words and action. So if you say, I don't know if this is the right time, the universe will say, yep, this is not the right time. And that is how it will manifest in your reality. If you say to yourself, I don't know if this will work out, I've never done this before, and when I tried, I failed, the universe will say, yep, you probably are not cut out for this. You'll probably fail. And you will if you try with this internal conversation. If you say, I'll do that tomorrow, the universe will say, yep, let's wait. Let's wait. Let's hold off of everything that is waiting for you, because that's what you have chosen to do. But on the other hand, when you say, today is day one of my launch, and I am going forth with enthusiasm, with faith, with exhilaration, with passion, and I'm giving it my all, the universe will say, I'm right there with you and will support you in every step of your way. The universe always says yes to you. So the lack of evidence is not evidence of lack applies also to these unseen forces that are always there supporting every decision that you make, every move that you make. And the fact that you cannot see them or hear them or taste them or smell them or touch them, the fact that they are not physically tangible does not mean that they are not there. So if we take into account the real potential that you have, and we know that you are not using even 50%, probably not even 30%, not even 20% of your true potential, and add to that the unseen forces and their infinite potential to support you and bring to your reality any resource, opportunity, and ideas that are required for you to succeed in your launch. If we take these two together and add to the equation, can you see now how you can truly doubt the limits that you are programmed to impose on yourself? You see, when you are about to launch something new for your internal operating system, that subconscious program, this means great danger. The experience of that internal program is that you are standing at the edge of the cliff and you're about to take that next step. You will fall and you will get hurt. But the truth is that when you take that next step, the next step will appear. The ground beneath your feet will be there to support and guide you to the next step and the next step and the next step. That idea that you want to launch, that feeling of desire that you have when you allow yourself to feel it, it comes from your soul. It comes from the truth of who you are. And that truth, that part of you, that greater part of you that is one with infinite intelligence, has the complete knowing and awareness of how that path leads you to the manifestation of your idea and desire. So the fact that you cannot see past that next step does not mean that part of you, that greater part of you, cannot see beyond it. But the only way it can guide you further is if you follow its guidance with this next step that is before you. So your internal programming system is feeling like this next step will lead you to your fall. But the soul knows, infinite intelligence knows, the greater you knows that this next step will lead to a next step and a next step. But you must follow its guidance. And it's guiding you through this feeling of exhilaration, excitement, passion, desire. And if you prime yourself to live in that frequency of those emotions and feelings and wake up to every day as if it is day one of your launch, you will be met every day with the guidance and clarity as to the next step and the next step and the next step. So don't succumb to fear. Don't succumb to doubt. Don't succumb to worry, procrastination, and realistic thinking, because all of those are coming from that programming system that is completely reliant on past and current experiences and completely oblivious to what is possible beyond that next step. One of my favorite poets, the Sufi poet Hafiz, wrote, "Pulling the chair beneath your mind and falling upon God. What else is there for Hafiz to do in this life that is any fun?" This is you and your opportunity to allow yourself to take that next step, accepting the internal thing of falling, but accepting more so the knowing that you are falling upon God, upon the supportive, loving, intelligent universe that is there to guide you to the next step. And if you take that next step, you will find your wings and you will fly and soar. Allow yourself to take that risk, because if you don't, the risk you are taking is that you will never unwrap the gifts life has given you and will settle for only a small fraction of what is here for you, waiting for you to claim it. So this is what I want you to take from this episode: the excitement, the eagerness, and the courage to take that next step and launch you every day as if it is day one. If this is resonating with you, please share this episode with someone. And if you're ready to launch a business in specific, I want to encourage you to message me on Instagram and write the word ignite. I will send you a link to a free masterclass that will help you ignite your business and set the foundation for your business launch. I'm really looking forward to our next episode. And until then, sending you so much love. Bye, everyone.